When people lose, I get it. I understand this. You can't win everything. All right? That's just the way it is. Country become a country that, you know what? Yeah, this is an election that people are uh, emotional about. I get it. You know what? We're dealing with Americans. Why do we have to bash each other, and why do we have to sit there and go back and forth with each other on this? We woke up this morning after the election. The sun came up. There was still life outside. The ground was still there. The sky was still there. I got to see my parents. I got to talk to them. Got to talk to my son. There was a new elected president, but everything was still the same. I have a feeling that if we come together in 4 years on this day, we can all get together and say, holy cow, everything's still the same, even though there's a new president. You know why? Because that's what happened this whole time. We've got to stop hating each other because things don't go our way. It's ridiculous. Adrienne was telling me today about how she had some people that were talking about, if you voted this way, if you voted that way, delete me from your page. Are you kidding me? Really? I mean, look, I said this the other day too, okay? And this is very important. If Kamala won, she wouldn't have known your first name ever. She doesn't matter. Trump, he ain't ever going to know your first name. Ever. It's not going to happen. Wake up. This is proof right now that we need to be there for each other. There's never been a time where a law has changed or a country has changed because one person wants it to change. Our forefathers made sure of this. Let's grow up, folks. Those of you who didn't vote for Trump, it's understandable to be upset. Those of you who voted for Trump, it's understandable that you're excited. But are you really going to be stupid enough to burn every relationship that you are in, that you've ever been in, because of a candidate that doesn't give a rat's ass about you personally? Because no matter which way it went, I'll take it down the line. The people that we put in the Congress and the people that we put in the House of Representatives that represent our counties, our states, they don't know your name. They don't. Their decisions are not going to be affected because you're pissed off and you burning relationships, you being jerks to each other, yeah. I can't talk to this person because this is what they did. It doesn't make any sense. I I would love to hear somebody argue with me why. And I give you full reign, please. If I'm wrong, if I'm pie in the sky guy, if I'm whatever, and you see me as saying something that is god awful wrong, please use the comments. Tell me. But why is what happened last night? Love it or hate it. There's nobody who's like, it's either love it or hate it. But is there any reason to burn every bridge that you have created throughout your lifetime? Over somebody who doesn't know, quite frankly, don't care that you're around. It's the reason why what we're trying to do with community pay it forward, with community dare to care, with the pACT channels, with all of our partners, every partner that we've got, every resource that we've got, every friend of the community we've got, we're trying to build something to where, you know what, we're working together to help each other. We're trying to do it because, believe it or not, that's the right thing to do. It's over for 4 years, folks. The vote is over for president for 4 years. If you don't like the direction it went, guess what? In 2 years, there's another election. Make sure you're a part of it. Get out there and do something about it. If you like the direction it went, make sure you get out there and you do something about it. If you're sitting on the sidelines and you don't say anything, don't get pissed when it doesn't happen. I voted. I voted. My main concern was exactly what's going on was going to happen. That people were going to get mad at each other because you're an a-hole and you voted for the other person. Man, you guys, last weekend, and this may sound trivial, but I really don't think it is. Last weekend, we had a wonderful chili cook-off. Thank you so very much, Key Largo Lounge. Soterios, love you, brother. Thank you. I cannot wait for next year. We're building this. It's going to be great. We had people who voted for different chilies. Why? Because our tastes are different. Because what we like is different. We are in a country where it's okay to be different. We're in a country where it's okay not to like somebody. We're in a country where it's okay not to like your family and the people, your quote unquote friends. It's okay not to like them. That's fine. This is our country. That's what it's built about. But moralistically, is this okay that you're going to burn friendships, long-term friendships, relationships, family relationships, blood? You're going to burn it because of a election? You're going to burn it because somebody had a different opinion than you. Stop. You know what? Tensions are high right now. I didn't open my Facebook at all today. Partly because I was going to put up with the crap. I knew what was going to happen. Adrienne lives on social media. She loves social media. She is great at it. She is my hero a lot of times because she's able to take and walk me back from making mistakes on social media. She's great at it. By 6 o'clock this morning, she was shutting her social media down saying, I can't deal with this no more. I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret, okay? For the next 4 years, things are going to happen that you're not going to like. That's whether if you voted for him or not. Things are going to happen for the next 4 years that you are not going to like. Things are going to happen for the next 4 years that you are going to like. Maybe not in the government. Maybe it has nothing to do with the government at all. But there's still going to be good things in your life. As long as you allow yourself to continue to have a life. But if you're going to take and you're going to close off all of your feelings and all of your friends and you're going to shove people out of your life because they voted against you, against your morals, against your reality, is it them that has the problem? Doesn't sound like it. I remember when I was a kid, if we would win a game, and that didn't happen very often. First off, they chose me, so they didn't get a lot of athletic prowess there. But if we won a game and we went out there and we acted like a little bunch of yahoos, okay, we went out and we tried to act like jerks and, yeah, we're the cock of the walk. We're the big guys. Our coaches, our parents sat us down and, well, no, they didn't. They kicked our ass until we fell down. You don't treat people like that. On the other hand, if we lost and we act like whiny little brats, our parents would kick our ass and tell us to grow up. I'm not going to kick anyone's ass today. Well, I might, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know for sure, but the truth is, I think we just all need to take a breath. If you're extremely, let me try this again in English. Before I get deported. Terrible joke, I know, but still. If you're running with your emotions extremely high, tune out for a day or two. Catch your breath. This has been a long 8 years. And get ready, because there's 4 more years that this is going to be a long 4 years. Whether you win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be a long time. And then guess what? We're going to have another vote. Half the people are going to win, half the people are going to lose. Are we really going to have to go through this every 4 years? If we decide that we've had enough of letting other people control our lives, Our government is not supposed to be there to tell us, to rule us. Govern? Yes. But they're not supposed to be there to be our, oh my God, ruler. That's our job. We're supposed to rule ourselves. Right now, with the way that people are acting, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if there's anybody who's acting like we can do that job. Again, if you're not a Trump fan, guess what? In 4 years, you don't have to worry about it. He can't run again. Is that saying he's not going to try? No, it's not going to say he's not going to try. Who knows? Okay. You know, maybe we'll get lucky and Jimmy Carter will come out and try to run again. That'd be scary. He'd be 104 by then. So, but we've got to stop letting this. I was telling my son earlier today that, this is kind of like, I do compare this to like when everybody knows I'm a huge Devils fan. This is like when the Devils lose to the Rangers, but when the Devils lose to the Rangers in the playoffs, that's kind of the emotion I see going right now. That's really trivially, yes, that word. That's really being trivial with this because, that's really giving it less credit than what it deserves. But the truth is that, this is very emotional. That to me is an emotional thing. This is our country. Okay. This is the leader of our country. Here's the thing. I'm also emotionally invested in my team. Now, I have little to do with either one of them. I don't own the team. And that government seat is supposed to be there for us. If we start working together, we start coming to compromises, we start making changes that are good for all of us. Let the government sit there and start talking about, well, geez, do we need to spend this $14 million on building a new space station? $1 million. What am I in 1912? $1 trillion on this new space station, or should we put it, into a new foosball court or foosball table in the dining room? We can take the power out of their hands by getting along and working together. I'm asking you to join me right now. If you need time, take time. But join with us. Let's stop this BS. I didn't know whether I wanted to cuss there or not. I knew I wanted to cuss, but I just didn't think it was the right time. But let's stop this garbage. Stop burning bridges. Bridges take a long time to build. You can destroy them in seconds. Let the emotions go through you. Turn around, stand back up. Let's get back to work. But this time, let's do it right. Let's start working together to find solutions for everyone. Every single one of us is people. Some of us is more people than people, but I'm joking. I'm no more people than other people. It's a lot of people there. But we don't need to take this as a front to each other. We don't need to act like this is going to end our lives. Said it before, I'm going to say it again. No president has gone through and done anything perfectly. No president has gone through and screwed everything up. And for those of you who are going to start telling me about what he did officially end the Korean conflict. So, shush, he did do things. Nobody's all bad. 3/4 maybe. Okay, I've spent 30 minutes talking about, well, not quite 30 minutes, but almost 30 minutes talking about this. But it really does upset me that once again, we work hard. I work hard with groups like, I'll just say like with my friend Kurt Roscoff is trying to help us get a miracle off the ground. We work hard every day. He works hard every day to try to make a difference in people's lives. To try to make lives better for people with ability challenges, to try to make people feel welcome and good, and try to help people in different areas. And for us to sit here and act like all of that is a waste of time, for us to sit here and decide that, you know what, I'm not doing it no more because I didn't win. I'm going to take my ball and go home. Stop it. Shut up, suck it up, get to work. Stop letting them rule you. You, and again, this is the way it was created. You employ them. It's not the other way around. Now, make their job easy. If you don't want them to screw your stuff up, make their job easy. Get out there and start working together. Make sure that we can do things and change things. That's the best way to do this. If we get out there and we make them realize, oh God, we better do something because they're looking at us and they're finally seeing some of the corruption and this is both sides. Don't think I'm talking about one side, because I am not. Look, the best thing in the world to any of our government people right now is they're looking at how happy one side is and how miserable the other side is, and they're able to do anything and everything they want, because we're not focused on that. We're focused on this person calling this person an idiot because I won, and this person calling this person a jerk because they're being a jerk. They get away scot-free because we're focusing on other things. Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. In other words, when you're invisible, when you can kick back and say, you know what? It's the old joke. Hold my beer, watch this. That's what they're doing right now. I can get away with anything. Nobody's paying attention to me. They're all watching each other. Let's stop making their jobs so important. Let's start working together. We can change things. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any complaints about what I just talked about, my number is right there on the bottom. You can call me. I don't care. I will I'll talk to you. I'll listen to you. I'll listen to your side. That's fine. But if you can tell me why I shouldn't talk to somebody who voted another way, opposite of the way I did, if you can give me one good reason for that, I'll tell you, you gave me a good reason and maybe I'll reconsider it. Guess what? You're not going to find a good reason for me to burn my relationships. I've said it so many times. 3 of the most important people in my life, I know for a fact, voted on the other side of this. I'll walk up to any one of the 3 today and I'll tell them I love you. Congratulations. Let's get to work. This isn't a free ride, folks. We need to keep working. We need to keep doing what we're doing. And if we work together, we can make their effect on the government, on us, on our lives, we can make it much easier. If we can support each other, they can't hurt us. They can annoy the hell out of us, but they can't hurt us if we work together. A miracle of the community that cares is coming up, folks. And it's coming up really, really rapidly. We are going to have a meeting 1 week from yesterday. So in 13 days, we're going to have a meeting, and all that information is going to be on our social media pages. I don't have it right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to record this meeting and we're going to put it out after we record it. I don't think I'm going to stream it live. I haven't talked to anybody yet, but that way you guys, everybody can kind of see what we're trying to do here with this, because loneliness should not be a part of anyone's holiday tradition. And we want to make sure that everyone, no matter what your race, your creed, your religion, your culture is, we want to make sure that you're involved in our plans to make lives better for the holidays. We're going to do things like, we've got a wonderful artist, a wonderful children's author, Maggie Van Galen. She is donating 1 hour to us. She's going to read her books. You can be the sponsor of that hour by simply buying a ticket. How do you buy a ticket? You scan this QR code and you use the last little option. It says buy a ticket to be a solo sponsor or something along those lines. But while you're in here on this code, do me a favor. Are you, like my beautiful wife, Adrian, really good on social media? And you don't like seeing some wackadoo fat old guy trying to clumsily type his way through social media? You would like to volunteer to help out our mission? Volunteer here. If you would like to help us create boxes with kids, collection boxes, so we can pick up books and deliver them to local hospitals, help us out. That would be a great place to start to volunteer to create a miracle of a community that cares.